Welcome to State of Events. I'm Ashley Keene.
And I'm Michelle Quintero. Thank you for joining us.
The San Francisco Giants add a third World Series ring in 5 years. The Giants beat the Kansas City Royals in Game 7, 3-2.
Who would have known that this wild-card team would end up with a parade? Reporter Diane Tao has more of the black and orange celebration. Diane?
1 million fans were expected at the Giants victory parade on Halloween Day. The celebration kicked off at noon, but some arrived hours beforehand. The early birds shared with me what it took for them to mark their front row spot. Hours before the confetti dropped, Kindy Vance from Red Bluff dropped her chair in front row near the Civic Center.
We got up this morning at 5 o'clock, but we drove the 3 hours last night after my son's football game, got to the hotel at 1:45. Got less than 3 hours of sleep, and here we are.
Another loyal fan was Aurelia Mendoza.
Well, I woke up at 3:15 to get ready and do this awesome makeup.
Of course.
And we left Merced at 4:20-ish in the morning.
The parade starts from the Ferry Building down Market Street onto McAllister and ends at the Civic Center. Giant fans took over the streets on Halloween, many in black and orange, some in green, and some fans scurry to get a good view of their favorite players, even in places officers frowned upon. The rain came pouring down minutes before the parade. Fans waiting in the wet cold quickly forgot when the Giants rolled up, warming their spirit. Timmy, Pence, Posey, Panda, Bumgardner, and Coach Bochy. The cheering never stopped, and as for Kristen Leos, that was her favorite part.
Oh, just seeing everyone go crazy, it's awesome.
She was taken out of school because she came down with the fever. The Giants fever, that is. From former Giants Barry Bonds to Mayor Ed Lee, everyone seemed to be in a giant happy mood. When it rained, it pours, but it wasn't enough to stop the Giant fans from coming to the parade to see their favorite player.
Yeah, right!
In San Francisco, I'm Diane Tao, State of Events.
Thanks, Diane. The excitement of the day was infectious. State of Events reporter Sammy Mamo was along the parade route. He caught up with several of the players.
It's amazing.
That's what Tim Hudson had to say about the Giants fans who showed up to the parade on Friday.
I always knew that San Francisco had the best baseball fans in the world, but this is absolutely amazing.
Hudson would know, as he's been in the league since 1999 and has played for 3 major league teams. The fans Hudson was talking about started showing up as early as 5 a.m. to get good spots. And as the Giants came, 2 per bus and 1 bus at a time, the fans screamed.
You never think you can experience, and if you do, you're lucky to do it once. And this crowd and these people have done it 3 times now, and it's unbelievable.
What the Giants have done is unbelievable, but they know they've won 3 World Series in 5 years, and they don't take it for granted, cherishing each World Series that they've won.
They're all special.
But this World Series was different than in 2010 against the Rangers or 2012 against the Tigers.
This one was a grind, you know. We were fortunate enough in the first 2 to win them in 4 and 5 games, but this one going Game 7 on the road, it was tough.
Giants fans love Bumgarner, the 25-year-old left-handed World Series MVP that's under the Giants' control until 2020. Bumgarner isn't the only one under Giants' control. Manager Bruce Bochy and GM Brian Sabian are locked up through the 2016 season. That, combined with the 3 World Series rings in the last 5 years, has fans screaming, "Dynasty." But all that matters to the Giants?
Northern California and city of San Francisco loves us, that's all that counts.
The San Francisco Giants and their fans just got done celebrating their 3rd World Series in the last 5 years. It was raining, but nothing could bring down the mood and the atmosphere here off of Market Street. Reporting in San Francisco, Sammy Mamo, State of Events.
Following the excitement of the parade, fans gathered at City Hall to congratulate the team one more time.
And he's got it! And the Giants have won! They have won the World Series!
For the 3rd time in 5 years, Giants fans surrounded City Hall to congratulate the San Francisco Giants on their World Series championship. Some faithfuls camped out as early as 4 in the morning waiting for the ceremony to begin at 12. Even though the best seats required an early morning wake-up call, the atmosphere is something fans wouldn't want to miss.
What's your favorite part about the ceremony?
Just this. everybody coming together, just, all the craziness that goes on and just, just being here.
Fans staked out spots to ensure they could see their favorite players clearly. They looked forward to seeing the whole team, but one player in particular stole the hearts of many fans this season.
Who are you looking forward to seeing the most?
I think Mad Bum. He's my hero, for real.
A number of current and former Giants players gave speeches at the ceremony, along with the mayor of San Francisco, Ed Lee, all to honor the team and its accomplishments from this season.
The rain tested how faithful Giants fans are. It came pouring down but did not stop thousands from coming to celebrate with the world champions. Many fans are anxious to see how much longer they'll have to wait to celebrate again. At Civic Center, I'm Ashley Keene. Michelle, back to you.
Thanks, Ashley. The San Francisco Giants are the 2014 World Series champions, but the future of some Giants players is in question. Pablo Sandoval is expected to hit free agency soon. His 3-year contract with the Giants expired at the end of the season, but the Giants have made a qualifying offer. The famous Panda could be up for grabs. The Boston Red Sox are rumored to be among the highest bidders. Giants pitchers headed to free agency include starters Jake Peavy and Ryan Vogelsong, reliever Sergio Ramo, and left fielder Michael Morse are also on the market. Giants CEO Larry Baer says the team wants to keep valuable players like Sandoval, but until then, the future for these Giants is still in the air.
It's no question where the merchandise of a winning team goes, but what about the merchandise for the losing team? Before the outcome of a playoff game is determined, thousands of shirts are made declaring both teams champions. After the outcome is determined, the losing team's merchandise is sent to the international aid group, World Vision. This group delivers goods to impoverished countries around the world. After the Colts lost in the 2011 Super Bowl, their gear went to victims of the earthquake in Haiti. Both teams might not be declared winners on American soil, but in some parts of the world, they are.
Still to come on State of Events, the first cat cafe in the U.S. opens in Oakland. What this could mean for the future of cafes and cats.
And later, dancing in the park. Bianca De La Paz will show you where and how you can bust some moves.
I'm Sheree Honeycutt. Coming up on State of Events, I'll show you how old books in San Francisco are getting a new life.
I want to talk to you about Fair Trade Certified Coffee. Fair Trade Certified Coffee guarantees that you get the highest quality gourmet coffee beans you've grown to love. But better yet, it ensures that family farmers all over the world who grow Fair Trade coffee get a fair deal for their hard work. So the next time you go to buy coffee, look for the Fair Trade label, because a little change makes a lot of sense. Look for the label wherever you buy coffee.
Welcome back to State of Events. A new cafe recently opened in Oakland, but it's not your typical cafe. You can enjoy coffee with the furry companion. Leslie McKinney is live in San Francisco to explain. Leslie?
Thank you, Michelle. I thought it was too good to be true. America's first cat cafe just opened in Oakland. You can grab a cup of coffee and go, or you can stay and get some quality cat time. Cattown Cafe was founded by cat lovers Adam Myatt and Ann Dunn. It's a cross between an adoption center and a coffee shop. These cat cafes are big in Japan, but this is the first in the U.S. I asked founder Adam Myatt how it began.
I found out about cat cafes after hearing about the cat islands in Japan. They're feral cat islands that have like over hundreds of cats on them. And so from reading about that, just sort of went down the Google black hole of cat culture in Japan. Found out about the cat cafes, and so I was like, well, I guess I'm going to go to Japan and check out some cats. And so we launched our Indiegogo campaign in January. And then in April, me and my buddy Sean went to Japan. We went to 12 cat cafes and the 2 feral cat islands, and it was the most magical trip I've ever taken.
Cattown Cafe offers vegan sandwiches, cookies and treats, and organic fair trade coffee. Customers can sign up to hang out with the furry companions for up to an hour. Cattown Cafe pulls all of their adoptable and friendly cats from Oakland Animal Services. If the cafe does not work for a cat, they will never go back to the shelter. They will instead be taken care of by an independent and non-profit organization known as Cattown. Cattown Cafe strives to get cats out of shelters and into great homes. Cattown Cafe is open Wednesday through Sunday, and volunteers are always welcome. Each week, new cats are looking for a home, so stop by 29th and Broadway in Oakland and check it out. With State of Events, I'm Leslie McKinney. Michelle and Ashley, back to you in the studio.
With book sales moving to digital, they've become harder to find, but in San Francisco, there's one place that treasures older books.
Prelinger Library in South of Market District allows people to check out reference books, magazines, and maps from the 19th and 20th century. State of Events Sheree Honeycutt takes us inside.
Down a long hallway, in an unsuspecting building, hides a small space with a history of information. Once a week, Rick and Megan Prelinger open their doors and let the city in on their secret.
It's the surprise of finding something that you couldn't see in any other forum. This is not your neighborhood public library.
This is a place where you can find things long forgotten. Something like this, one of the first phone books in the world.
If you look in the front in the District of Columbia, there's Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the telephone. You can call him at Washington 32.
That's something you can't buy on Amazon. Forbes reports that over $5 billion is spent on books through the company. Almost 20% of all book sales are digital, which leaves independent and used bookstores hit the hardest.
With less than 10% of book sales being physical books, the Prelingers say that ebooks have an important place in media. However, there's something special about holding a real book.
There's a certain amount of effort and time that have gone into these things that we've lost in our quick pace of society, that it's nice to hold a book and feel the weight of how much information is there.
The Prelingers say books won't die. They're just in transition. That what you feel when you hold a book isn't nostalgia. It's just a feeling that no digital tablet can give you.
To dog ear a page to keep your place, to be able to let a book fall off the bed and onto the floor, to tear out the part of the guidebook that's about the trail you're on or about the city you're visiting so you don't have to carry the rest with you.
In San Francisco, I'm Sheree Honeycutt for State of Events.
If you'd like to visit the Prelinger Library, there's open Wednesday from 1 to 8. You can find them online at prelingerlibrary.org.
Looking for a fun activity to do on a starry night? The San Francisco Amateur Astronomers Club may have something for you. The club hosts monthly lectures where astronomers in training can learn more about their universe. Lectures include guest speakers, night sky tours, and telescope viewings. They can learn more about telescopes while enjoying the starry night sky. Annual membership is $25 per person and $30 for families. For more information, please visit www.sfaa-astronomy.org.
If you're not into stargazing, maybe you'll be up for a day of dancing. Golden Gate Park is a trove of San Francisco treasures. Reporter Bianca De La Paz explains why a free swing dance party is one of its hidden gems.
Yeah, Ashley, it's a totally free weekly event. Organizers tell me it's a great time for anyone, whether you want to shake a leg or just stand on the sidelines. The more the merrier.
Lindy in the Park is the Bay Area's longest-running swing dance venue. Every Sunday, people of all ages hop on over to John F. Kennedy Drive in between 8th and 10th Avenue for an afternoon of sun, shimmy, and sport.
It first started out just with a bunch of friends. We decided it'd be fun to swing dance outside. There was 13 people at the first Lindy in the Park. We just brought a boombox and played CDs, and it just took out from there. It just grew from that.
Lindy hoppers say it's an experience unlike most, a chance to connect through an activity that truly is for everyone.
It's not just the dancing, but the community is fabulous. And we didn't have a real common exercise or something. I cycle and Trish does other things. So to us, Lindy Hop and this was something we can do together.
No partner? No problem. They have one for you. No experience? Well, their free lessons take care of that too. All you have to do is strap on your dancing shoes.
A different DJ hosts Lindy in the Park every week. Dancers can jive to the sounds of swing, jazz, and even the blues. The party hops from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Reporting live in San Francisco, I'm Bianca De La Paz for State of Events. Back to you in the studio.
Coming up on State of Events, now you can have a breathalyzer on your phone. Could this help prevent DUIs?
And Lupita Nyong'o, Beyonce, and Jay Leno. Entertainment is up next.
We shop at the American Cancer Society Discovery Shops for
designer clothes, household items, and quality collectibles.
I volunteer at the American Cancer Society Discovery Shops to benefit a cure for cancer.
We donate to Discovery Shops where profits go towards cancer research, education, and patient services. Discover your shop.
Discover a cure. Discovery Shops.
Welcome back to State of Events. I'm entertainment reporter Victoria Alanese. Glamour magazine December cover girl compares Oprah to the Bible. Oscar-winning actress Lupita Nyong'o was named one of Glamour's Women of the Year, and she revealed just how much Oprah impacted her life. When asked about a role model, Nyong'o said, "Oprah played a big role in my understanding of what it meant to be female and to really step into your own power. I wouldn't even call her a role model. She was literally a reference point. You have the dictionary, you have the Bible, you have Oprah." Well, Oprah aside, the 12 Years a Slave actress is coming up in her own right.
Lupita Nyong'o.
In less than a year, Nyong'o has won her first Oscar, was named People's Most Beautiful 2014. Now what's up next for Nyong'o? Well, you can catch her in Star Wars Episode 7 late next year. Is Queen Bee up to some old tricks? A screenshot of a release confirmation from Beyonce's label was leaked onto the internet. The release claims Beyonce Volume 2 will hit stores next week, November 14th. Around the same time last year, Beyonce dropped her first secret album, Beyonce, which sold close to 1 million copies within 10 days without any advertisement. Although the alleged release confirmation includes features from Nicki Minaj, Justin Timberlake, and Rihanna, none of the superstars are feeding into the rumor. However, former Destiny's Child member Michelle Williams unconvincingly denied the rumor on Andy Cohen's Watch What Happens Live.
Do you know anything about the surprise Beyonce album? There's this rumor that there's going to be a surprise.
Well, it's not a surprise! The new album is said to include 10 new tracks plus video content like her On the Run tour HBO special. And another special coming up is hitting the small screen. Former Tonight Show host Jay Leno is making his comeback to TV earlier than expected. The comedian will hit the Tonight Show stage with Jimmy Fallon just 8 months after he handed over his hosting duties. We'll have to see how Leno does as a guest on the show he hosted for 22 years. The former Tonight Show host is visiting the new set to promote his new CNBC show, Jay Leno's Garage, which is set to premiere sometime next year. Leno might be the talk of the night, but he won't be the only star there. Actress Lucy Liu and Science After Dark host Kevin Delaney are also scheduled for Friday night's Tonight Show lineup. And that's all for your entertainment update. I'm Victoria Alanese. Back to you, Michelle.
Thanks, Victoria. If you ever gone out for a night of fun, you may have been worried if you were okay to drive home. Now you can confirm it using a device as small as a keychain and your smartphone.
The average cost of a DUI is $800 and the risk of harming yourself and others. State of Events, Christy Reno shows us a simple device that could save lives.
Here is a typical weekend night for most adults. The night shouldn't end like this. According to a recent study, 28 people die every day as a result of drunk driving crashes. People sometimes don't realize how intoxicated they actually are. With the increase in people owning smartphones, they can tell their blood alcohol concentration in just seconds. Breathometer and Backtrack are two mobile breathalyzers. Both devices use Bluetooth technology to measure your BAC. With Breeze, there are some features that will help you if you're too intoxicated to drive.
Right, so you can basically hit a button. You can do push button cap service. Also, we can actually go and tell you when you'll sober up back to zero. It's our back to zero feature.
Very cool. Backtrack VO lets you take pictures and even write notes of what you drank. You can share these on social media or keep them private. The main goal of both devices is not to encourage people to drink, but to make smart and safe decisions.
Both of the mobile breathalyzers are carefully tested by the FDA for accuracy. For best results, you may blow into the breathalyzer for 5 seconds. Backtracked VO costs $50 and Breathometer Breeze costs $99. That may seem pricey, but worth it knowing you can prevent you or your friends from getting behind the wheel drunk.
Coming up on State of Events, Warriors, Raiders, and 49ers. State of Events Sports is up next.
And later, SF State says goodbye to a coaching legend. We'll show you what his colleagues said about him after the break.
I'm Erica Catteray, and coming up on State of Events, a former football player sues the NCAA. Find out why and what that can mean for the future next.
When it's time to choose healthcare for your child, you want the best. When it's time for your child's physical exam, you want a professional you can trust. At Valencia Health Services, your time is well spent. We provide professional quality health care. Valencia Health Services, dedicating quality time to every child, every visit. Committed to professional health care because your child's health is our first priority. Valencia Health Services, quality time because we care.
Welcome back to State of Events. I'm sports reporter Sammy Mamo. The Warriors are off to a fast start in the 2014 NBA season. They're showing improved discipline, better play from their already great backcourt, and Klay Thompson is the reigning Western Conference Player of the Week. The Warriors are traveling to Houston to face Dwight Howard and the Rockets on Saturday. The Oakland Raiders are still searching for their first win of the 2014 season. In fact, they haven't won since November 17th of last year. Unfortunately, it doesn't get any easier this week when Peyton Manning and the rival Broncos come to town. The Broncos are coming off of getting stomped by the Patriots, and the Raiders are coming off of an encouraging effort against the Seahawks. Heading into Week 10 of the NFL season, the 49ers are in unfamiliar territory. They're traveling to New Orleans to play the Saints and have to win to keep in an attempt to keep up with the Cardinals and the Seahawks, who are in first and second in the NFC West, respectively. The 49ers are 3 games behind the Cardinals and 1 game behind Seattle. After fumbling away the victory against the Rams last week, they have as many losses halfway through this year as they did all of last year. In the hockey world, the Sharks are 12 games into the season and currently stand in the top half of the Western Pacific Conference. They travel to Dallas tomorrow to take on the Stars. Former football player Julius Whitner is suing the NCAA. Whittier made history by being the first African-American football letterman for the Texas Longhorns. Reporter Erica Catteray has more on this story in a live report. Erica?
Thank you, Sammy. Julius Whittier hasn't played for the NCAA in over 30 years. However, since then, he has been diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. He's seeking millions in injury costs.
A U.S. judge is currently considering a preliminary approval. The settlement could have previous and current athletes test for brain trauma as well as research. It would also cover diagnostic expenses and allow athletes to sue and waive their claims. Football is a sport played all over the United States, as well as here in our very own Bay Area. I spoke with the son of former NFL 49ers player Alvin Randolph.
I played football. There's a few concussions. And one guy almost broke his back. And yeah, I guess there were a lot of injuries.
According to the CDC, helmets are not 100% effective, and some players may not know they even have a concussion.
The Center for Disease Control recommends football players to not lower their head after a hit. They also say that players should practice proper blocking and tackling techniques, as well as wear proper safety gear. Reporting live in San Francisco, I'm Erica Catteray for State of Events.
All right, Erica. The longest tenured head coach at San Francisco State is retiring. After coaching for 35 years, head women's soccer coach Jack Hyde has decided to hang up the cleats. Ashley Keene talked to those at SF State who knew him best.
Hyde started the women's soccer program in 1982 after head coaching the men's team for 3 years and has been the only head coach for the women's team. Coach Hyde made Gator history on several accounts, one being the first team at San Francisco State to win a CCAA conference title. Besides coaching 2 teams at San Francisco State, Hyde taught several classes in the kinesiology department. Jack Hyde impacted many along his journey at San Francisco State, and everyone had nothing but nice things to say.
A pleasure working with him. He used to have, I'm the only coach that is downstairs. He used to have his office about 3 doors away, and very easy to work with. And his accent and everything else was kind of interesting. But I've had a lot of dealings with him, working with him, you know, through our referendums and when they were almost cutting our sports and all those type of things. And we're the only two coaches left from those eras.
I think on behalf of everybody, we've all been like so fortunate to have a coach like him. He's a great guy. He bends over backwards for us, and honestly, I personally, and probably talking on behalf of everybody, like we couldn't have asked for a better coach.
Hyde's colleagues and student athletes are not the only ones who took something from his 35 years of coaching.
It's been a great run. Like I said, if you do something you love in life, you never work a day in your life, and I feel like that at San Francisco State. And next year, I'll be over there in my purple shirt, waving my Gator flag. Go Gators!
Well, with the end of Coach Hyde's career, that's going to wrap up State of Events. I'm Ashley Keene.
And I'm Ashok Quintero. See you next week.